Well, good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. I'm going to stay in Genesis today, and today we will look at Genesis chapter 3 and verse 8. When they heard the sound of God strolling in the garden in the evening breeze, the man and his wife hid in the trees of the garden. They hid from God. Imagine or picture this in your mind. God strolling in the evening in the garden. Isn't that a beautiful scene? The image of God the Father at rest, strolling. And this suggests a regular fellowship with God took place on a daily basis. There was God just walking in amongst his creation. There is a sense of closeness, a sense of ease, a sense of deep and intimate relationship. In the cool of the day, this literally refers to the wind and the breeze of the day. Just walking in the light breeze of the day, perhaps the evening breeze after the heat has passed. A gentle time, a time to be together. And it paints a tender picture, God coming near at the end of the day as he always had. Though Adam and Eve have not listened to God, though they have turned inward and away from God, God is moving towards them. He does not abandon the garden. He does not leave them alone. And he does not thunder judgment from on high. He comes to them, strolling in the garden. And this tells us something about God. Even after the couple has turned away, he remains the one who pursues, the one who perseveres. This is God's nature. He comes to us even when we are moving away from him. Grace is his constant movement toward us. Now, Adam and Eve hide from God. When we turn away from God, it is often because we believe that God is someone to avoid rather than someone to run towards. Here they hide away among the trees that God has created for them as a gift. They try to hide from God in the midst of his own creation. They try to hide from him in the midst of the gifts that he has already given them. And so we try to run from God, the one whom no one can flee from. And our desire to run from God is utterly absurd. We try to run from him even amongst the gifts that he has given us. The sound of God strolling had once meant to them companionship. Now it simply produces fear. But God has not changed. He remains the same. Adam and Eve have changed. When we are sitting with a load of guilt, love feels threatening. Truth feels dangerous. and we avoid God's presence. We avoid God's presence because it feels too much like an uncomfortable exposure. When we feel ashamed, when we feel shame, we tend to avoid prayer. We tend to avoid scripture, confession, and honesty because we are afraid of being seen by God for whom we truly are. So it is as if Adam and Eve exile themselves from God. They are still in paradise, but hiding in it, afraid. When shame enters our hearts, though we are surrounded by blessings, we still feel far from God. We turn inward in fear instead of outward in trust. Many of us think that failure is our greatest problem. But a much deeper problem than failure is hiding. Where do you hide from God? Do you hide from Him in busyness? Do you hide from Him in seeking control and perfectionism? Do you hide from Him in silence, distraction? No matter where or how you hide from God, God is always moving towards you. He is always seeking you. And you only need to respond. And so let us be still. And just now enter a time of deep centered prayer. Just a time of silence where you can be aware of God's loving presence and open your heart to Him that He might restore your desire to turn toward Him and not flee from Him.